DIY Boat Life, and today we're gonna tour my 40-foot Carver 350. So it's 35 feet hull length and 40 foot overall, and she's for sale. At the moment she's listed for $79,000. We are flexible on that price. She does come with a 13-foot classic Boston whaler that was restored, and she fits all the way on the transom. So just if you follow me back here, you'll see there's also a 11-foot dinghy, inflatable dinghy as well, that has davits for the back, but we kind of switched to the whaler, and that goes on the stern above the swim platform, and it's got an electric winch. It's actually not powered by the boat's batteries, but powered by the battery on the tender itself, on the whaler itself. That's just an extra. We usually have a 5 horsepower gas outboard on there. That's for the inflatable. We have a 40 horsepower 2-stroke for the Boston whaler and a swim platform. And you can see the little davits for where the inflatable would go. You get a choice of one or the other, so whatever you want, and we can negotiate price based on that. She is a 2-cabin stateroom, or 2 staterooms and 3 cabins. So let's step aboard, and we'll come right aboard here. And you have 2 points of entry, and this is the back deck. We have a full canvas enclosure for the back deck. You can even in the winter wrap the bottom part with something to keep the draft out, and you even can lounge out here when the sun's out. We've got a dimming system right here, so you can turn the lights on and off just by tapping, and you can also dim them. So once you tap it, and then if I hold it, you'll see the lights dim down, and hold it, and they'll go back up. And there you go. So we've got the furniture will come with it. You've got this cool bench seat that actually folds up. This whole thing folds up and collapses, so you actually can get a bunch of space back here because everything folds up nicely. This is a full-size table, so these leaves come all the way out, and 4 of these nice teak chairs. And we've got all the refrigerators. Both refrigerators on this boat are 12 volts. So we have a 12-volt mini fridge right here. Already stocked with some beer for today, and we've even got a little mini bar right up here with water and everything. And we'll put that back down. And a TV. This is an older TV. You might want to replace it. You've got a lazarette right here, which right now is full of some junk. Obviously, when you buy it, some stuff will stay, some stuff will go. And we'll go down into the what we call the saloon, or the salon, and here is a great spot. So we have air conditioning systems. There's 2 AC units on this boat. They're 16,000 BTUs each. We've got one control panel right here and another in the main cabin, which is in the aft. And we have our electronics panel with a fusion radio system. There's 4 zones of speakers. This actually connects to our chart plotter. You can actually control it from the chart plotter because it's NEMA 2000 enabled. Our electric panel. Now you'll see these switches right here. These are actually for a grid tie inverter. So we have 1200 watts of solar, which you may have seen up on the roof. And this allows you to switch between either shore 1 or shore 2 and offset while you're pulling from the grid. So you're running your air conditioning and you're making 1,000 watts of solar, you can offset 1,000 watts onto the grid. And you can control that right underneath here, where you've got the battery selector switches. So you've got 3 100 amp hour AGMs. You can switch between 1, 2, or both. And then this is for a 3rd battery, which is actually connected to the generator, which works. And you can switch each string of 400 watts of solar. You can switch between either the grid tie inverter or the charge controller, which directly charges the batteries. So you can have some charging the batteries and some offsetting your grid power if you want. It's nice when you're out on the hook, you can just keep on your batteries powered up, and that keeps your refrigerator and everything running. Now, we've also got right here, we've got a pull out. So this actually pulls all the way out and makes like a full-size bed. Which is great. It's really easy. It just pulls up right like so. Let's see here. You can pull this out, and this will just pull up and all the way out. I'm not going to pull it up and all the way out for time's sake. This table also goes down and this table will go down and convert into a bed. So this table drops down, and then these cushions slide out, and these cushions go down, and then you've got another bed. So you've got 2 beds in the living area. Now this TV is a contraption that I kind of created here, and what this allows you to do is you can move it. So you can, if you want, you can just pick it up, and it just sits on this ledge, and you can move it, and you can chill right here and watch TV. Or you can, while you're doing dishes, you can, you already saw it was here, so if you're just sitting at the kitchen table or the dining table, the dinette, or you can even, if you're doing dishes and you want to be able to do dishes and watch TV, you can do so. So why don't you come back and just kind of show what that looks like. Okay, and we've got, let's put this back now. Here we go. And we've got full-size fridge, fairly full-size, and 12 volts as well. So both fridges run off of 12 volts. And a freezer. Could use a little bit of a defrost. Works great. They both work great. They're fairly new. A lot of stuff on this boat is fairly new. This is a 3-burner stove with an oven. We actually just put this new one in, or I should say refurbished one in, with an oven. Everything works. It was tested. Got your microwave, and you've got your guest berth, or your V berth right here. And this, this you can sleep. You could easily get 2 people and have plenty of space in the V berth. It's a traditional V berth with your TV, hatch above there, and some more windows. And and a little closet for guests as well, right to your left, which is probably kind of full right now. Again, we used to be on this boat a lot. And then you have the guest bathroom, which is a wet head. So a wet head meaning that you can shower in it, but everything in here is going to get wet. So this is the wet head, and we'll come back out here. Vacuum flush systems, which I love. Actually, if you're not familiar with vacuum flush, they're great. You just basically just go really quick, and it's like airplane toilet. I love the vacuum flush systems. They are fantastic. So now let's turn that light off. And underneath here is one of the air conditioning units. I'm not going to open that up. It's not really necessary. And we have, again, a little tiny couch that just perfect fits here. This is not original. Cushions and everything will come with the boat. More storage inside here. Again, it's full of stuff. Mini bar area. Put whatever you want in these places. Power outlets all over the boat. There's a power outlet in here, power outlet behind the couch, and a power outlet over there. And so let's now come into the main cabin here, and also again more storage. So there's more storage in here. Again, it's full right now. That will not be the case when we are when the boat is sold. Now we'll come in here, and as you can see, there's also dimmers. There's actually dimmers all throughout the boat. So this is one of the dimmers here. If you want to sneak in there, and so we can turn on these lights, and they can dim up and down in nice little increments. And leave that on for now so we get better light. TV, panel TV. These are just for keeping the aft cabin dark right now. You can take them out. They were both for insulation and keeping the aft cabin dark. Same for this back here. We've also got another set of storage areas. This one is actually not. This one is empty. And another AC control panel over here. And then right here, again, more closet space and a bunch of wires. There's full Ethernet wiring throughout the boat, so you can have your own little wired network and wireless if you want. And a couple more. We've got some more storage right here. There's a drawer full of more stuff right now. And that hatch obviously opens. All these windows open for nice air to come through. And in here, we have the main bathroom area. So let's look in here, and you can see you've got everything you could really want. Again, another vacuum flush system right here. We shall continue to the and there's back to the salon again. They are these shades throughout the boat as well. And could use a little bit of a cleaning. I just noticed that now because I don't put them down that often. Shades here, and nice big bay windows in the front. One of my favorite things on this boat. And let's go up to the pilot house, or the flybridge, I guess would be more appropriate. And up here we have, well, I have a room where I put my, you know, you can put stuff up here. There's plenty of room up here to put things, so life vests and sun pads and all that stuff, some gas cans. And then a nice big lounging area right here when you have guests on board the boat. Again, tons of storage. Right now there's still ample stuff in it. Some stuff you'll get to keep, some stuff will be coming with me. We also have 12-volt lighter outlets throughout the boat. I don't know if I can squeeze by here. Let's see here. If I just, oh yeah, and these speakers, you can just turn, pivot them, and put them so they face outside, so you can get music outside. Okay, we'll just come right around here, and then you've got both radar and chart plotter, both work. We're actually going to fire it up because we are actually going to take the boat out. So let's get that started up. We don't need the radar today, but it's an older Raytheon radar, does work. Garmin, again, like I said, you can control the stereo system from it, which I love. It's a great little feature. Pedometer here. This is the autopilot system. That also does work. We're not going to use it right now, but we'll just leave it on for the moment. And let's agree to that. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, if you go to media here, and you can see where here you can select. You know, you can right now we don't have anything playing, but you can adjust your zones and everything, and then go back to your charts when you're done. Navigation chart. There we go. And let's get this baby started and take her out. So let's start up the engines and get out on the water, and we're going to drop anchor and have a few beers. One engine and two, and start right up. All right, well, let's get on our way. We off? Thanks.
You're off, sir.
Alrighty. Beautiful. But she's a great boat. You know, we had her for 8 years. She had a refit in 2017, or 2016 or 2017 before we bought it. And the owner really just wanted to make his money back on the refit because he bought a bigger boat. And that's why we're selling this, because we got a bigger boat. We've always treated her well. We've winterized her in the, every season, every winter. We had her in New York Harbor for 4 or 5 years, and then we brought her down here. She's been down here for, this will be her 3rd year on the Chesapeake Bay. So she made the trip, no problem. She had her risers and manifolds replaced at that time. And let's bump up our RPMs a little bit. Manifolds and risers were replaced, and all the other regular maintenance oil changes. We just changed the fuel filters. Fuel looks great. No, not really much. We put stabilizer in the fuel with every fill up and extra in the winter time. I'm going to change the oil. I'm going to do that as well. And so she's got a bit of work, but yeah, anchor. We've got a big ass anchor on there. Just maybe turn this over here a little more. We got a big ass anchor on there. We've got a spare anchor, which is a little bit nicer. This one's rusting a little bit. I'll probably paint it. But the other anchor we have is stainless steel, so it might be galvanized or stainless steel. So that one won't rust like this one is. You can always get this regalvanized. I just got a cheap, bigger anchor because I really want to stay with more holding power. It does have like 30 to 40 feet, I think 40 feet of chain. The windlass is not a chain windlass, it just does rows. So if you don't like dealing with chain and you're just going to do day trips, you're not worried about holding your anchor for days at a time. Then you put a smaller anchor on and go with just the road, or leave a larger anchor and just go with the road instead of going with the chain on there. But we would take this for days at a time. All right, so we're almost out of the bay. We're out of the inlet, I guess is more appropriate to call it. So the sunglasses also, I can see my charts. It's always good to keep a Bourbon's eye on your temp gauges and things. I always like to. Oh, we also have AIS in the chart plotter. That comes from the radio. Should turn on, but I can see any objects on AIS and hear the radio for that matter. It was good. Okay. Let's go. Let's go down. There we go. Fuel top out at 30 minutes. In theory, the bottom's clean. Right now, she'll probably top out at about 22 to 24. Clean bottom, she should, in theory, get up to 30. We're 30 miles an hour anyhow. Pretty fast for boat this size. Put on the chart plotter.
The chart plotter?
Not the chart plotter, it was the radio.
Oh, okay.
Right, so, maybe like the DTC. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, well, now we're going to drop the anchor. I forgot to get us anchoring, but there we go. We're dropped anchor. I just totally forgot. Alright. Good. There we go. All right, we'll kill the engines. All right, and we're at anchor. All right, just think, this could be you out on the open seas, well, open harbor, anchored, toasting with your friends.
Cheers.
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 Brought to you by Modelo. If you want to sponsor me, go for it. Yeah, we're all anchored up. Electric windlass works great.
You like a nice cold beer?
Just sits and relax. Well, it looks like your doggy's getting relaxed.
Yeah.
And yes, these sun pads come with the boats. So the chairs. And the solar panels you can see up there. That's what makes this great. You can stay for days out on anchor and not have to worry about charging your batteries because they stay charged with solar panels. And you got the working generator too. That does in fact work. Actually, let's go in really quick and I'll show you the generator working. The generator does in fact work. So we'll go right here. Make sure our shore powers are off. Want to make sure these are switched to the center. That's for the grid tie inverter. We don't want those on. And we're going to go to generator. We're not going to flip it on yet. Let's start it up first. She'll start. It just takes a second. There we go. It hasn't been running a while. I can take a little bit. Then what we can do is we can then turn on our generator switch. And as you see, we get 120 volts. We can run our air conditioning systems if we want. Put a load on it. And you can basically run everything you need to. Both air conditioning systems, hot water heater, a microwave oven, whatever you need to do, you can run with the generator. Run at 120 volts. Right now we don't have much of a load on it. I guess we have about a 15 amp load. There we go. You just saw it just kick on right there for the air conditioning. We're at a steady 120. Air conditioning is on. It'll take a few minutes to cool down, but we're actually not going to use it because we don't need it because it's a nice cool day out. So let's go ahead and kill the generator. First you want to turn the generator switch off. And we'll switch that back to shore for now. And then we're just going to stop it. And there we go. And that's the generator. All right, whoa. And what I was talking about was the, right here, really quick. Let me show you. Right here, this is for the charge controller. So I actually got 2 charge controllers. And right now it's on charge. So you want to be switched to charge. And with my beautiful handwriting. And you can flip them all to charge. And there's no point in having any on the grid tie inverter because we're not plugged into the grid. So you can charge all your batteries, all 14 or 1200 watts. And keep everything charged up. And have a nice, long, relaxing stints on the hook and not have to worry about anything. So that is my Carver that my wife and I enjoyed for 8 years, and we're hoping it goes to a loving new owner that's going to